I started teaching and I caught the bug, and I loved kids and loved being with them and getting to know them and figuring out how they learn and figuring out how to get them excited about doing things. And I still love that, 20 plus years later, which is kind of amazing.
What I love about being a tutor is engaging fully with one person in conversation, especially with the adolescent soul.
I keep doing it because it's fun.
I love helping students learn how to take responsibility.
I have kids who are in college who text me or Facebook me, "Oh my God, I'm exactly where I wanted to be, and it's really fun, and I think of you all the time, and OMG, someone just said apocryphal, and I knew what it meant in class, so I felt really smart." That's my favorite part.
Those moments where I get through to a student and they say to me, "Why has no one ever explained this to me that way before?" That is so awesome.
And I'm happier when I work than when I don't work. I feel like my life has meaning that day. I just feel like the luckiest person in the world.
I don't know of a lot of other jobs in which you are able to say that.
Sometimes people ask me, what is it about advantage testing that makes you want to stay there, or why is it that we should work with advantage testing? To me, all those questions are, what's the secret sauce? I do believe we have the best materials. I do believe we have the best process. In the end, the secret sauce to advantage testing is the people.
I was working with a kid, and the parent said that he knows a lot of stuff, but somehow when he knows that he's being timed, when the test booklet is right there, he somehow just loses it. He's not confident. The very first session, I gave him a question, and I said, okay, the answer is D. I just want you to tell me why A should not be the answer, and then why B should not be the answer, and C and E. So he gave me all the other 4 choices as to why they were wrong. We did the same thing for the next question. Okay, the answer is C. But just tell me why the other 4 are not right. He was much more confident because he knew that he could not get that wrong. And he went out and extremely excited, and he told his parents, he said, I think I can do it.
When someone's really struggling, as the teacher, you have to have the belief first, and you have to have enough belief for 2.
If you don't believe in yourself and you come to a math problem that seems difficult at first, you're likely to just quit. But if you believe in yourself, then at the first moment where you struggle, that doesn't mean that you can't do it.
Whether it be in school or whether it be a standardized test, being confident about what you know is like a huge part about the battle for students. MCAT students, SAT students, they have to really be confident and strong about what they know. And they need to be willing to go in and say, yeah, I can do this.
The things that you can achieve with a student with whom you've established a close relationship over the expanse of a year or 2 years are massive.
The work we do has to be the opposite of standardized because we have to find the path for each student.
I had a student when I first started teaching, and the first question on the test he was struggling with. And he looked at the question, and he looked at me, and he looked back at the question, and I patiently waited a minute or 2. And then all of a sudden he looked up at me and he said, I can't believe you're not screaming at me. And it almost brought tears to my eyes because I was thinking to myself, this poor child, and he's trying, but he doesn't understand. And he probably doesn't get the time to just think about something.
I really try to listen, and I remember everything they say, so the next time I can say, how was your soccer game against that, redoubtable foe? Do you know what redoubtable means? Let's look on list 2.
I think the thing that really means the most to students is a genuine relationship with a person who treats them as much like an adult as you can.
Ask them questions about their life, what they like to do, engage them in conversations, even tell them stories about your life.
Once I had a student, and I remember her mother saying to me, she won't read. Don't even try to get her to read. As I got to know her, I thought, she'll read. And I sent her off for the summer, and I sent her a copy of Norwegian Wood. And she texted me from Italy and said, oh my God, send me more books. It's amazing. She started reading.
You really have to get in there and motivate some of these kids. One kid in recent history got the score of his dreams on the reading. He called me, he was super excited, but in this teenage male sort of way, like, you're never gonna believe what happened. And then he told me his score, and then he said, remember when I couldn't even read?
Advantage Testing has the Advantage Testing Foundation. Under that aegis is Trials, Math Prize for Girls, and a number of other programs.
There are a lot of future leaders out there who are not currently part of the leadership pipeline in this country simply for socioeconomic reasons. One of the things that just impresses me all the time about these students is that they do the work that you give them to do, and they're happy to do it because this is actually the first time that anyone has demanded of them as much as they feel they should be doing. LEADA is a continuation, I think, of the work that I do with Advantage Testing. It's about teaching, and it's about the understanding that all of these students can simply become better at not only standardized testing, but at their academic work and everything that they do through the values of hard work and preparation.
The organization is sincere in its commitment to trying to expand access to education, to quality education, to groups that are underserved by it, and that's something that's really important to me because I believe in the importance of education as your ticket up and out of wherever you are.
If we worked from this rigid place of this is the test and this is the material and this is what you have to do and there's only one way to do it, well, AT would not be having a 25th anniversary. We'd have been gone a long time ago.
The AT philosophy is all about if you learn the material and you understand the content, you will succeed. It's about hard work, right? There's no shortcut to doing well and to understanding what you need to understand. It's not about giving you the quick fix. It's about taking the time to really dig into the material, understand what we're working on, and then putting in the time afterwards to really make sure you've mastered the content.
There's a student who had a mental view of herself as being someone who can't do math. And the only way to change that mentality is to find small examples where you can show that it's not the case. So find one concept, show them that they can do it, and once they see that they can do it, find another one. And once the little successes start stacking up, it becomes harder to hold on to this idea that you're not good at math, when in fact you start seeing that you do it well over and over and over again.
Success is doing your best and not giving up. And if you hit obstacles, you persevere and fight through it, that's success. And if you do that in your life, every step of the way in your life, nobody can stop you from being successful. When you teach a student that he or she can be successful at something that they never thought they could be successful at, that's really powerful. That's really what I love about tutoring.